Hey, what's going on? How we doing? Glad you can make it today. How's school? Well, I'm very excited because today we have a very, very special guest. Jed Zayner from the Columbus crew is going to help teach us 1v1 defending. So why don't you say hello, Jed?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
All right. Well, sweet. So let's break it down and work on some 1v1 defending with a person who does this for a living. So the key points to 1v1 defending. Let's go over what those are and walk it through with Jed. So the first key point, we want to be on our toes. All right, we don't want to be flat-footed. So if you notice, Jed's heel has got a little bit of room underneath it. He's on his toes. Now you don't want to be caught like a statue, right? So Jed, you always want to be keeping your feet moving. So show us how you would keep your feet moving. Just constantly on the go. Everything's always firing. Now, the second key point. You want to angle your body. So Jed, would you want to close me down in the game just straight on me like this?
No.
All right. You want to angle your body. So show us how you would angle your body. Good. And you always want to be forcing one direction or the other. If you know the player's right-footed, you want to force them to your left. If you know the player's left-footed, force them onto their right foot. Thinking person's game. The third key point is patience. This is so important. You can't come flying in. You can't dive in. You got to be patient. Let that attacker make the mistake. So Jed, if you want to share a couple of tips with us as far as those key points, like when you're out there playing for the crew in front of a big crowd, you know, what do you do? What are some extra tips?
Yeah, think of your head as being attached to a rope. Wherever your head is, that's where you're going to be pulled. So if your head's leaning this way and an attacker cuts back, you're usually going to go this way and the attacker's going to go that way. But if your head's leaning forward, you can cut back like this because your center of gravity is more where your head's positioned. So by keeping your head back this way and leaning towards where the attacker's going, you can be good to go either way. So I'm backing up with my head this way, and if the attacker goes this way, I can still run with him. But if he cuts back, I can immediately switch because my head's back that way. Make sure your head's never caught going back towards the goal because a good attacker will always cut back and you'll be left in the dust.
Good point. So just say that again. Your head's on a
Your
on a
head
rope?
is attached to a rope, and wherever your head is, you're going to be pulled that way.
It's good stuff. Any other secret tips we need to know about?
Just be patient. Be very careful. You're a defender. You're in front of your goal. So don't get too confident and always try to win a challenge. When in doubt, the best thing to do is just jockey him, stay patient, as Jared said, make him pass back, and get the ball away from him. If he passes back or you steal the ball, your job is done.
So, and another thing, you know, I noticed when you're playing, Jed, is you see people like off balance. You're always patient. You wait till that defender, you know, let's say they take a touch about here. What are we? We're off balancing, right? That's when you would step in and win it, because I couldn't get that. And the other times being when you let that attacker make the mistake, do something fancy, and you're doing a step over. You know, what are we now? We're off balance, and that's when Jed would step in and win it. So that's things you need to look for. Let attacking players make the mistake, get off balance, step in and win it. So now let's break down a little exercise so you'll be able to do this on your own. So training on your own in the backyard, one-on-one defending, it's never easy because usually you're out there by yourself. So this is a little bit more of a fitness exercise, working on the technique of jockeying and going through one-on-one defending. So all you need is your cone, one ball. You're going to put your cone down. You're going to take your ball about 10 or 15 yards. Not too far away. And this is how it's going to work. I'm going to say go to myself, sprint down to the ball as fast as I can so I close it down quick. I set my feet. I jockey in good position on the balls of my feet. And then I'm going to jockey back. And as soon as I get back to the cone, I'm going to go sprint at it again and jockey the other way. So quick demo before we let Jed loose and get his fitness in before preseason. All right, so go. I set my feet. jockey, I jockey, I jockey, I jockey. Okay, there, back, facing to your right, there, back, facing to your left. That'd be one set. You could do maybe 5 sets, take a break, try it again. A little bit of fitness work. Remember, we're working on technique of defending. So head on a rope like Jed said, key points, all that stuff.